Hi, welcome back. I'm Will, and this is Diamonds Around the World. First and foremost, if you're new, welcome. If you're returning back, welcome back. So today is day 207 of the Diamond Painting Mosaic vlog. We're still working on the question mark now, the main part. So, and we're going to be working with the gold crystal diamond that I have, and I'm going to try to make this super fast because my phone battery has maybe 28%. So how is everybody's Monday? Mine actually went, well, let's just say kind of went somewhat smooth, but somewhat not smooth. So let's see, I got into work, and then come to find out, I totally forgot my boss was going to be at another location for the next 2 weeks. So normally the stuff he would do, I ended up having to do. No problem, I've done it before, it doesn't bother me. It just kind of threw me for a loop that I totally forgot about it. So I got my Monday count done, I got the end of day paperwork from Sunday completed. Then it was more or less trying to figure what else we had to get done and organized before any tour buses came in. So we did that. Breaks happened. Then after the breaks is when I went to go put lunch on, and we got the one and only tour bus. So that was like, cool, I'm okay, I can do this, I got it. And then it dawns on me, well, once again, that because my boss is at another location for 2 weeks for a reset of the back stock room, and he had redid the schedule for me to be off next week on Monday because I'm working Sunday. I'm like, oh shoot, who's working Monday morning with Gigi? So I look up the schedule and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta message him. So while I gotta message him, he sent me a text message asking me to do the deli order. So I'm like, okay, cool. And he's like, when you're done with it, just let me know when you're done, and yada yada yada. I'm like, okay, whatever, who cares. So I did the order, and I sent him a text, said, hey, deli order's done. And then I sent him another one literally like 2 seconds later because I wanted them to be separate. I'm like, just out of curiosity, who's working next Monday with Gigi? But I actually said her name in the text. And he goes, oh, it's going to be LJ. I'm like, it can't be him. You have him working second shift that day. And then he responds back, you. I'm like, are you joking me? You took me off that day because you needed me to work Sunday. So I really think my boss doesn't know what the heck is going through his head. So, thank God I didn't start planning things to do. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm working 6 days next week instead of 5. Whatever, it kind of works because I need the extra money right now for my car. So we figured that, I figured that out. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm working Monday next week too instead of being off. No biggie, whatever. So I fixed the schedule. I'm working Monday now again. And then I get back to doing the normal stuff, trying to keep deli stocked, keep it going, covering lunches, taking my lunch, covering Gigi's lunch. Like, it was just one of those, like, and then every time I turned around, someone was in my way, one of my guests. And I'm talking like they're not my normals, because my normal guests, they know not to. They'll say, "Oh, I'm sorry I've been in your way, let me move." No, these guys are just like, I'm talking like, they were just bluntly rude. Like, I'm trying to check the creamer machines to see if I need to put any fresh creamers, big bags of creamers in, like the whole milk and the half and half, and the French vanilla for the coffee. And there's this older gentleman and his wife, and they're just talking away with this other truck driver, and they're both standing in my way. And I even said, "Excuse me," multiple times, politely, and they just ignored me. So I kind of walked off, ticked off. So when they finally moved off from one, I'm like, "Oh, I can go check." So I thought I had time to check both. No, they decided to all just climb around the one that I didn't check. And I'm like, "Are you joking me?" So I just got ticked off because, I'm trying to do my job, keeping my mouth shut, trying to be calm, not to snap in front of the customers, and I just walked away. And technically that's what we're supposed to do. So that's what I did. So then we're standing there and I'm doing other things. I'm making sandwiches to put in the microwave to put in the hot case. And this guy comes over. He has he has one hot sandwich and one cold sandwich out of the grab and go case, and he needs to use the microwave for the cold sandwich to warm it up because it is technically a hot sandwich. So I politely look at him. I'm like, "It's going to be at least another 5 minutes because after they're done cooking, I have to flip them and then do the opposite side." Well, he wasn't thrilled about that. And I'm like, "I'm sorry that I'm doing my job, that I'm using the microwave before you and I have stuff in it." So he got ticked off, but I didn't say all that, but I told him I was using the microwave. It would be at least another 5 minutes before he had. And because I'm doing my job, he kind of got ticked off in a way, like I said. But I didn't say nothing rude to him. I just told him I was going to be a little bit till he could use it. So he sticks the hot sandwich back in the case and throws the cold sandwich back in the grab and go case. And he goes off and gets, I don't know what he got, pays for it and leaves. Then I have a technician that comes in and says, "I'm here to work on a stand-up cold case that keeps leaking." I'm like, "The only one I have is my grab and go case." So he was working on that, and I couldn't make sandwiches because he had them all jacked up. So once he finally got that fixed, I was able to make more sandwiches and get them going. And then once again, I have sandwiches in the microwave again, and then this other guy comes around with a cup of coffee. I'm talking hot coffee that you got out of a coffee urn. And I'm like, "Can I help you?" He goes, "I need to use the microwave." I'm like, "Okay, it's going to be at least another 5 minutes because I'm making sandwiches." By the way, these all happened about 3 hours apart from each other. And he goes, "But I need the microwave to warm up my coffee." I'm like, "Sir, you just poured your coffee out of the coffee urn. It's hot. I can see the steam." He goes, "Well, I need to warm it up." I'm like, "Well, you're going to have to wait 5 minutes, please. I'm still making sandwiches." Well, he didn't like that. Once again. So he puts the coffee cup lid on, goes and pays for it. And I'm like, what is it with people today? Like, I get that, it's Monday. Well, it was Monday. I get that yesterday was Monday, and people didn't want to get back to work or whatever. And I'm like, I just want this day over with. I really just want this day over with. So, finally, the day ended. Everything got done with. I clocked in Twinkles. I made sure my stuff for my hours were in. Made sure my hours for next week were fixed. And I'm like, I'm leaving. I'm done. So I swung around, got gas in the car. And then I had to run out to my sister's house because she wanted to give us some zucchini, so I had to grab that. And then Terminator was buying some eggs off her because my sister has chickens and she sells dozens of eggs. It's like $3 a dozen here in PA, in our area, because it's a little cheaper than the store-bought, and you're getting straight from the chicken coop, and all she does is wash them off and put them in the fridge. She doesn't do nothing. They're straight from the chicken coop. That's how we get our eggs too when we need them. We just go to my sister's, and she doesn't charge my mom and I, or she doesn't charge her mother-in-law eggs. She only charges people that want to buy eggs, that need them. So I grabbed the eggs. I grabbed the zucchini. And then I drive to the place that I'm going to be making the appointment to get my car fixed. I pull in, I walk in, and this guy comes out from the shop and he goes, "Hey, how are you?" And I'm like, "I need to speak to the boss." And I'm like, "I need to speak to your boss about getting my car booked to get an appointment to get it fixed." And he goes, "Oh, he's on vacation." I'm like, "Oh, son of a biscuit." Just my luck. So, I'm like, okay. He goes, "Well, I can take some pictures and take your number." I'm like, "No, you don't need to." He has the estimate and he has my number already, because I gave it to him like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So I'm like, "When's he due back?" And he goes, "Wednesday." I'm like, "Okay, I'll swing back Wednesday." So then I get home and I die in pain a little bit. Not much, just a little bit. I take my mom to work. And then after that, I come back home. And I record 2 videos. Eat some leftovers. Watched a show on Hulu for a little bit. Then transitioned over to watching Brandy Was Live with Randall Spangler. It was the last live till November, till season of Spangler comes out. And then I went and picked my mom up for work, came home, and did this. Now, all said and said, before I came home from dropping my mom off at work, I had to stop over at work, my job, to give Terminator the eggs that she was buying off my sister. So I get over there, and I gotta hand her the eggs, and she looks at LJ, and she goes, because he's been working second shift lately, and she goes, "Oh, Will's here." I'm like, "What now?" And she goes, "LJ needs help finding something on the work tablet." I'm like, "Oh God, what?" That's all I could think of was, "Oh God, what?" So come to find out, the one girl from the restaurant side, we call her Pumpkin Spice, she cut her finger really bad, to the point that she had to go to urgent care. So I'm like, "What do you need?" They're like, "We need to find the incident report on the tablet." I'm like, "Okay." So I grab the tablet, I pull it up, he logs in, so it's under his credentials, not mine. And I just type in incident report, and it pulls it up, and I'm like, "Here you go." So yeah, that's gonna be an interesting one to see come tomorrow. I really wish I had enough gold, or I would have just done the whole thing in gold. I will be sealing this, by the way. These crystal golds are a little taller than the normal. I wonder about my pixie. No, they're about the same height. So yeah, that was another interesting thing that happened for me yesterday. But that is honestly everything for me today. about my Monday. Have fun. Tomorrow's going to be, well, today is going to be kind of interesting myself. You'll hear about that tomorrow. So, please hit the like and the subscription button. It helps the channel. I'd like to try and get to 500 by Halloween, but realistically, I don't see that happening. So let's just get to 200. If you've been following me for a while, I've been talking about giveaways. Once we get to 200, you'll see the giveaway that I'm going to do. By the way, did you guys see the tables that Diamond Art Club released yesterday? Let me know down in the comments if you saw them and if you decided to buy one. Or if you think that you can find something similar at a cheaper price, because the one table would work for my mom, but she doesn't want to spend that much money. We have looked at Amazon, but if we can find one similar but a lot cheaper, we're going to. And it's not for diamond painting, it's for her dollhouse. Don't ask. My mom has like 8 billion crafts going. Yeah, so let me know if you saw the tables, if you bought one, if you know where you could possibly find one similar at a cheaper price besides Amazon. But other than that, also hit the notification button to be notified for when I post videos. Vlogs go up Monday through Friday as of right now. Once again, they might change later by the end of the month or next month. I haven't decided yet, because when we finish this up, I'll have to come up with something else. But yeah, vlogs go up Monday through Friday at 12. First looks are Wednesdays at 12:30, and then Mondays and Fridays at 12:30 are anything related to diamond painting. But other than that, I will see you tomorrow. This is Diamonds on the World. Bye.